It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
And good morning to you on Tuesday. Hope Monday was okay. We have some news to tell you about today, a contest to tell you about, and we'll get it started. Here we go.
All right. We told you last week that cuts were coming, and now that the COVID relief money has run out at Springfield Public Schools, we have a lot more specifics on that. That means the district has to reduce its spending, which means making $15 million in cuts over the next 2 budget years. Some of that will be through eliminating 142 positions within SPS. 59 positions will be eliminated through attrition from retirement and resignations. 68 positions will be eliminated through layoffs and separations. So that's what we know so far about SPS and the cuts that are coming down. Yeah. The state of Missouri accepted nearly 3,300 refugees during the 2024 fiscal year. That's more than double the highest number of refugees received in recent years. The refugees arrived from Afghanistan, Iraq, Somalia, Syria, Congo, Venezuela, Sudan, and more. Most of them were resettled in the Kansas City and St. Louis areas. The state defines a refugee as a person who has fled their country due to a well-founded fear of persecution.
Okay.
That there is all over the world.
Drury University has a new health clinic open on campus. Yesterday, the school had what they call the blessing ceremony for its grand opening. The Panther Clinic, as it's called, is located at Weiser Gym and will offer checkups, vaccines, tests for illness like strep throat, flu, and more. It is available for students and faculty, both of those full-time, and then there's some other groups as well. But that's on campus at Drury. And the city of Ozark, meanwhile, has a new Mexican restaurant that's open. La Casita is now open in the old Rib Crib building on the Jackson Street exit off of Highway 65. It has the same owners as 2 locations of Casa Bella in Springfield. So if you're a fan of Casa Bella and you're in Ozark, now you have another place to go. And the deer harvest was way down in Missouri over opening weekend of firearms hunting season. This year, hunters harvested more than 68,000 deer statewide, compared with more than 90,000 deer during opening weekend last year. Not sure what the difference is. Maybe the weather. Maybe I think it was colder last year. Yeah, I think that was maybe it. It was pretty cold last year. I think we got some snow about this time last year. At any rate, it was warmer this year for sure. The hunt continues through November 26th. And the Missouri State men's soccer team is heading to the NCAA tournament. The Bears are seeded number 15 in the tournament. That's close to where they've been ranked for a lot of the season. They're number 15 in the tournament, even though they lost in the Missouri Valley Conference tournament not long ago. The Bears will get a first-round bye in the tournament, which is very nice. Then they will play Sunday night in Springfield against the winner of Thursday night's game versus between St. Louis University and Kansas City. So it's like a state of Missouri feud going on. Yeah. We got St. Louis and Kansas City. The winner will play Springfield, Missouri State in Springfield on Sunday night. And I think I'm going to try to go to that game Sunday night.
Good for you. That'll be exciting. I might join you, depending on if I'm speaking out of town or not. Yeah. Thanksgiving is next week, and no surprise, it's going to cost you more to put the traditional meal on the table. Meal.
You said meal.
I said mill.
Like I know, I heard it.
I don't mind to go to the mill. You want to just go there? We could do that.
Well, I thought it was the Oklahoma in you coming out.
It was the Oklahoma in me, but normally, having been in broadcast for 20 years, I can tame the Oklahoma. I can tame it a little bit
before it starts.
Yeah. Yep. You know what else is hard is jail cell. Saying it back to back, it's tough.
Or
anywho, we could go on.
Lots of them. Deal. All kinds of things.
Yeah, there are. You're right. You didn't grow up where I grew up. You used to say Warsh. I don't know what you're talking about. That's Warsh.
I did used to say Warsh I don't say it currently on podcasts, but
Yeah, but you still have to think about it.
not anymore.
That's not true.
I realized in college that I sounded like a hillbilly.
Pretty sure that one of your brothers still says Ewans.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think they probably do.
Yeah, that's true.
But I moved away and figured out that that's not how you say it.
Well, congratulations.
So I stopped.
Anywho, back to the story at hand. Thanksgiving meal gonna cost you more money. That's where I'm going. When you add up the cost of Thanksgiving, it comes to about $431 total. That is up 19% from last year. The most recent inflation numbers show that it's still a big problem, up 2.6% from year to year. So
that's a lot of money.
Obviously, $431 to feed the family.
The question for me is, how many people are you serving?
Wait, why didn't you say how many people? I feel like it's 8.
I don't know. I didn't see it in the story.
I mean, I don't know, but normally it's 8 is what they base that off. But that can't be right because that's just crazy. It's not.
I mean that's what the
USDA,
the group says.
USDA is normally the one who puts that information out. So yeah, 431 divide 8. I know everybody else at home did this in their head. Congratulations. I have a degree in journalism, people. That would be $53 a person, $54 a person. No, sir. That's
a little steep. Yeah.
That's a little steep.
That's the average. I don't know. Some people eat like crab legs on Thanksgiving or something. I don't know. Apparently. At any rate, 'tis the season. Santa Claus is no longer coming to town though, because he's already here. He's here.
Also, he might be here, but he's also coming back. I'll tell you that much.
He's here. He arrived at the Battlefield Mall and is available for photos Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then Sundays from 11 to 7. Jolly Old St. Nick arrived at Bass Pro Shops a couple of weeks ago. So he's been in town for a while. And he is available at Bass Pro for picks during store hours.
Okay. This weekend is the tree lighting ceremony in Park Central Square. It's at 6:00 on Saturday. That's always a good time. The mayor and others will be there to light up the tree. It is a 48-foot tall Christmas tree there on the square. And Santa Claus, Mr. Claus, and Mrs. Claus will be together for pictures there and to visit with you so you can go tell them what you want.
What you really want.
What you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Anyway, we hosted that event several years ago when we were still in news. And honestly, it was super fun. It really was. So head downtown.
Get you in the Christmas spirit.
It seriously will.
Especially if it's going to be cold, like it might be.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, before we go, we want to tell you about our Around the Ozarks podcast contest. This is at aroundtheozarks.com. It's called the Branson Bowl. So go into the website and then click on Branson Bowl, and you will need this week's keyword, which is...
The keyword is resorts.
Yeah, I like it. Good job. Keyword is resorts. And you're going to need that to prove that you've been watching the podcast. And you can win tickets to the December 8th football game happening at Arrowhead versus the Chiefs and the Chargers. Chiefs versus Chargers. It's going to be a great game. And, now that they've lost one, they're going to be in a fighting mood. So that's exciting. Home game. And you'll also get some Branson official vacation destination of the Kansas City Chiefs custom gear. So gear that has been customized. That's exciting. Somebody's got to win. Last week, we had a winner from Forsyth. And so we are looking forward to choosing one on Thursday, and we will announce it Friday morning. So make sure that you get to aroundtheozarks.com soon and very soon.
Yeah, it's cool. We give away lots of stuff here at Around the Ozarks, lots of winners, weekly winners. So be sure you go to aroundtheozarks.com, check out the contests. There may be others going on that we're not talking about right now. But there's also the events calendar that has everything you need to know about Christmas type events and just weekend events that you may want to take the kids to or attend yourself.
Yes. And don't forget to frequent our sponsors, because we are super thankful for our sponsors. We would not exist without them. So the Springfield Greene County Park Board, which has incredible things to do, honestly, year round. So check out their website, see what's going on at the park board. Also Blue Current and Thompson Sales. Thanks to Blue Current and Thompson Sales. We hope you will frequent all of them on our behalf. Tell them the ATO sent you.
That's right. They're all great places, and we're thankful to have them. And we're thankful for you watching and thankful for you listening. We hope that you come back and be with us again bright and early tomorrow, because we'll do it again with brand new news.
All right. See you then.
We don't recycle any news.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Command Family Medicine and John's Heating and Air. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everyone. We are finally seeing some dry time in the Ozarks after the rainy, stormy, and kind of cloudy day that we had around most of the day yesterday. Temperatures still remain mild. Cold front doesn't come through until this morning. Numbers this morning are mild, and I'm expecting that front through the Springfield area close to the mid-morning hours, probably 9-10 a.m. Really, I think what we expect today from that cold front passing through is going to be a shift in winds. Winds will turn out of the northwest today, and we will also see sunshine return behind that frontal boundary as high pressure starts to build into the area. So lows this morning, pretty comfortable. We're in the mid 40s. I mean, it's cold out, but it's the middle of November, so it's supposed to be. We will see highs today make it to the mid 60s. Not a bad day in the Ozarks. The cooler air is really lagging behind this cold front, so we'll more than likely feel the effects of this by the time we get to Wednesday, and you can expect kind of below average temperatures for the second half of your work week. Sunshine returns in the forecast today, though, so grab a pair of shades for that morning drive that'll be out all afternoon. Not expecting any precip today, and it was kind of a gloomy day yesterday. Gray start to the week across the region. We had storms in the afternoon, of course, and the winds were just incredible across the region. We continue to see sunshine in the forecast today, and that northwest breeze that develops. Here's the good news. The wind is not nearly as strong today. I say a northwest breeze, I mean like 10 miles an hour. It is not going to be very strong today, which is nice news for us. We need a break from the brutal winds, and we get that today, even though it's out of a different direction. And cooler air, actually a Canadian air mass, is going to be sinking into the Ozarks, and that's what will provide us with the cool down that I'm expecting for the rest of the week. Overall, though, Tuesday, not a bad one. Below normal temperatures start to take effect tomorrow, and dry conditions will likely persist through the area through the middle of the week into the end of the work week forecast. And at this point, it doesn't look like we'll see precip over the weekend either. By Friday morning, however, there will be temperatures that are cold, below normal. On Friday morning, we'll likely be back below that freezing point. So I know we've been able to keep the sensitive plants out on the porch. You might still have your potted things outdoors. A couple nights where we've seen numbers below freezing, or at least close to those frost conditions. But as we head into the end of this work week and into the weekend, I think those numbers will become more common. So we'll have to start taking precaution with our sensitive vegetation. Temperatures today, I have 64 for Springfield. Other locations could be even warmer, closer to 68 degrees for some. Near 70 degrees with sunshine feels really good on a Tuesday. We will then be much, much cooler by tomorrow. I have highs that fall to the low 50s, so we'll take more than 10 degrees off the high temperatures today to tomorrow, and then we'll likely see those cool conditions persist. We could be in the 40s for highs in spots on Thursday. By Friday, we're still in the upper 40s, and that could still be the case by the time we get to the weekend, and lows each night could be falling back into the upper 20s and low 30s. So today, kind of the last day of warmth in the Ozarks. Around the country, there's still a lot making headlines. Very active pattern across the country, with the Pacific Northwest and the northwestern portion of the country continuing to see heavy rainfall, mountain snow in the higher elevation areas in the northwest. While that's going on, an atmospheric river is taking aim on portions of Northern California. That's going to increase by tomorrow, with heavy rains expected for Northern California and portions of Southern Oregon. We've also got moderate snowfall happening for the northern plains today. That's still part of that incredibly strong low pressure system that we had march through the middle part of the country just yesterday. So very active across the country still. We will continue to see nice conditions in the Ozarks today. So consider yourselves lucky. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister Trivia question for the day. The question that I left you with yesterday, conditions in which of these cities, which city has more cars than it does people? And the options were Cody, Wyoming, Dhaka, Bangladesh, San Marino, Italy, or Perth, Australia. And the answer is San Marino. Did you know it? I did not, but it made me think of that Disney movie Luca, where everyone has like a moped and a car, and they were really all the rage. I don't know. It probably is not based on this, but that's what it made me think of. San Marino is the only country in the world with more cars than people. It has an average of 1.3 vehicles per person. It is a tiny, mountainous microstate. It is landlocked by Italy and has a population of only 33,000 people. In the United States, if you're curious about car ownership, the Great Plains states have more cars per capita than the rest of the country. That's probably due to a large rural population and the lack of public transit in this part of the country. Wyoming and North Dakota have the highest number of vehicles per person. In the United States, by the way, car dependency varies by region, and some cities with high rates of car ownership include Raleigh, North Carolina, Nashville, Tennessee, Riverside, California, Austin, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Orlando. And this source cites that a lot of those reasons are just because of infrastructure that's available in some of those larger cities. All right, here's the next question that I'll leave you with for tomorrow. I know we're all thinking about Thanksgiving already. So how much does the average Thanksgiving turkey weigh? Do you think it is 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 15 pounds, or 25 pounds? Let me know. This is the average Thanksgiving turkey. You can submit your guess. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. Thank you so much to Command Family Medicine and John's Heating and Air for sponsoring Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. I appreciate you listening this morning. I hope you enjoy a dry day in the Ozarks and prepare for the cooler weather. If you don't have the sweaters out, get them ready. I think we got that cold air in place by tomorrow in the Ozarks. In the meantime, on this Tuesday, we are looking at sunshine and a high of 64.